We're here 2018. Good details, scope art. We're here, Shani Crowe. I'm your host, DJ Scientific. And we just get into a whole lot of different conversations right here. Just recently got back from Africa. Tell me how did that go? How was it for you?
Man, I went to Ghana, West Africa. It was great. I stayed there for 11 days. I went there with a group of 6 friends, and we toured like several cities in Ghana. And we got to, of course, we checked out the slave castles, went to Cape Coast, and Fort William. I don't know. That was just kind of eerie and creepy, but it's a really important thing to see because it really puts everything in context. But aside from the really heavy stuff, we got to learn about a lot of the cultural practices in Ghana, like kente, when they make kente cloth, the dinka stamping, the trade beads, and the craftsmen that make this stuff, they put so much time into their craft and perfecting it. And I think that because they operate with that energy, so naturally they don't really price the things as people would in America if they were hand making them. So now I'm thinking about, my gears are turning about ways that I could partner with craftsmen in Ghana and really, connecting it all together because, like the stuff that they're making is incredible. I think I recognize the value in it, and I want them to get paid, like real paid, because that can make a difference. Because again, like with the whole I am, we are communal aspect of African culture, anything that somebody does will always benefit their community. So helping an artisan out will help them and their family, and they always will invest it back in their community. So it's, any investment in Africa is going to pay itself forward, just anyway, because of the way African mentality works, it's just community.
Everything is just global, and it's a unification of everyone right now. And I see how a lot of ways it's just resonating from you just on a lot of those different levels. From an emotional perspective, even on a psychiatric, just mental level, like there's so many things that I'm just receiving from the whole experience. And just to follow up on that just a little bit further, you got any other things that you want to share?
Well, I do have an exciting opportunity. Well, it's not an opportunity because I'm a part of it now, but the Chicago team for the Venice Architectural Biennale, I partnered with them, and we're creating a structure for the U.S. Pavilion, and they brought me in as a specialist to do braiding for this entire structure. So we're braiding tons of paracord and other material to basically create a structure. So you never know, people, of course, braiding, people think hair, of course, but the skill and the thought that I put into it can apply to so many other fields. And I never guessed it would be applied to some sort of skin for a structure in architecture. But here I am working on it, and it's mind blowing. So I hope to continue to always be able to just expand my repertoire. The things that I'm doing, applying them to all sorts of new things.
Being as creative as possible.
Being as creative as possible. Not just with braiding, but with anything. Because, again, with craftsmen, when you put a lot of work into perfecting your craft, I think that energy can apply to so many different things.
And just the whole thing about just being in these braids, like who would have thought the fact of just, for example, in Chicago, you may see different people that braid their hair on the steps or something like that growing up.
They used to be me, they used to be my cousins, my family, everybody.
And to be able to take that from that place to the whole world.
In Venice. I'll be in Italy with a bunch of people who never heard, don't know anything about the South Side of Chicago, showing my craft. So that's mind blowing. But that's what I have coming up that I'm most excited about.
Great. Well, what's something that you would share to a lot of up and coming young sisters, different things like that, just to be able to take something that you would share with them?
Well, what I would say is I think that success starts with the passion and with being yourself, like truly yourself, doing what you feel passionate about, because that propels success. Well, in my own experience, that has propelled my success. I created this project not because I was going to make a bunch of money, but just because I wanted to do it. I did it because I wanted to do it, and people supported me in a way that allowed me to create it. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any of the materials I needed, really. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have a photo studio. All I had was ideas, and people volunteered everything I needed to me just to help me because of my passion. So I would say that whatever you believe in, you need to just put your energy behind that, because it will propel itself forward based off of your passion for it, especially if it's something that comes from a place of goodness within your heart, because I think that also propels things forward. And if you don't think that what you're doing fits into goodness, then maybe take some time and meditate. How can you be better? Think about it and be about it. So yeah.
Think about it and be about it, because a lot of times, it's not just about the money. It's more about something that actually drives you and pushes you, and you have a passion about it. You got the passion, the fire, the desire. It'll be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, really. God is the life force that's in all living things, and all living things should be respected. So God is you, God is me. So this is the same young lady, and she's looking at herself. So conversations with God is a conversation with yourself. Being God and you. And then also, some photos think that hair is like antenna that connects you to the heavens. So she has these antenna on top of her head, furthering her connection.
It's broad, like as the hair grows up to the sun.
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah, I know. Rastafarian culture, they believe that too.
Let's talk about this one right here.
This one is named Dorcas, and actually the model's name is Dorcas. She's a young lady I know. I'm good friends with her brother, and I've known her through the community. She's a dancer. She's actually Ghanaian. She's an Akan priestess. Actually, I think their family is a son. I'm not. Yeah. I gotta think about that one. I'll ask. But her whole demeanor is super calm and relaxing and just serene. She has like a really just serene presence that I thought was captured in this image, but it also has a real power to it. It's a quiet fire, like a quiet passion, like a super power that I see in her, especially in her eye. And so I wanted to name it after her because she told me her name was Dorcas, and I looked up Dorcas, and Dorcas, I forgot the whole story, forgive me, but Dorcas was a figure in the Bible who, she helped Jesus in some way, but she was really nice to him, and it just reminded me of her. I was like, you were just named so appropriately. I just wanted to name the piece after her.
Like that whole energy just transcended it and returned back on its universal plane.
Yeah. She's the only one that has a piece named after her. All the rest of them have other names. Yeah, this one is super literal. It's a yin yang that I created with braids, and I have my friend Chelsea, who has a beautiful brown complexion, and my friend Charmaine. Actually, she's on Black Ink, but we went to Howard together, so I know her from college. And I had her up, like, I would see her, and we were like, yeah, we should work together, and I had her in mind for this piece. So I wanted to kind of show, yin yang is about balance. But then also I named it Yin Yang Twins because Black culture. It was just funny because I used to love Yin Yang Twins, but they spelled it wrong. They spelled theirs Yin Yang, but the symbol is Yin Yang, so I just made it Yin Yang Twins.
Awesome. I love how you put the little pop culture.
Right. This piece is called Shani Crowe. This is actually Imani. She's my bestie. I love her very much. This was actually the first portrait I shot in this series. This was a test of sorts to kind of see how I would light everything and how I would treat the edits. This is the first one I worked on, and it was like really emotional for me because when the images came out, I was so emotional seeing the work finally begin to manifest. Like these ideas that I had that I had just stored for years and didn't create. So this one was really great, and also she's my best friend. She's a great person. But this one is called Shani Crowe, and it's named after the instrument, which is made out of a dried gourd, and then beads are strung around it, and you hit it, and the beads hit the gourd and echo from the inside and make like a sound. So it's like a percussion instrument. And the gourds usually have a neck at the top that you hold, and then the gourd itself is large and it has the beads on it. So it's kind of shaped like that. Although her face is slimmer, the gourds are usually a little bit rounder. But yeah, this was the instrument was the idea for this Shani Crowe.
Man, Shake, that's that whole vibranium play right there too. I love that.
Oh yeah, the vibranium runs deep.
Let's talk about love
Above all, these young ladies, some people when they see this piece they think that they're lovers, but these are actually sisters. They're friends of mine too, Crystal and Kirsten. And I was just thinking about relationships, especially familial relationships. Sometimes you fight with your siblings, you know, but above all, it's always love, you know. You may like beef with your sister all the time, but if somebody else beefs with her, you're gonna be fighting with her, you know, because that's your sister. So it's an aspirational piece too, because outside of blood sisters, I mean, I'm always pushing for Black unity. So I just think that Black women, especially Black people in a broader sense, need to always keep that in their personal connection. Like, you might beef with your brothers or your sister, but you gotta love them at the end of the day, and you have to come together and work together in order to make, you know, lasting change. So
conquers all.
Yeah.
So everybody L7.
Okay, so this piece, actually I did a photo series in collaboration with Red Bull, because they did 30 days of concerts in Chicago, and it's funny because, where's my phone? I actually have it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
But for the Lizzo concert, in the 30 days of concerts, they asked me to do a photo series for that, and I was inspired by Lizzo because her music is all about body positivity and self-love, and you know, just loving yourself and just being comfortable in your own skin. So because my work is always connective and about connecting Black women and putting them together, for this piece I wanted to take Black women with all body types and do a nude series where I would be like connecting them and making patterns with their bodies. So this is just one of them. So everybody is the series, and this one is called L7 because it's a square, you know.
Right inside of the frame.
Yeah, but
you are great in all aspects.
What'd you say?
You emphasize that woman's body is, it definitely fits you great in all aspects.
Yeah, and my models were great. We had to shoot, I shot it first and I had a couple of issues with it. I called my models and they came back for me another day. They let me shoot them twice, so I'm super shout out to my models. They were great.
Your models?
Yeah.
Right. Last but least, right here.
Oh, this one is called Finger Wave Saint, and the title of this one, well, first of all, growing up on the south side of Chicago, I'm from South Shore, but I spent a lot of time in my grandmother's house in Roseland, which they called Wild Hunters at the time. But a lot of people in the 90s when I was growing up would have finger waves, like those super crazy gelled and sculpted finger waves with like hair hanging in the back. And I always really admired the craftsmanship that went into creating these waves. It takes a lot. First, you have to, all these people have relaxers basically, so you have to chemically straighten the hair, which is a process. Then you have to slather the hair in gel. Then you have to physically sculpt the hair into these waves. So I respected the artistry of it, and I thought that it was really beautiful. But to the world outside of the south side of Chicago, it was always seen as ghetto. So I wanted to depict finger waves braided, but in the highest form that I think you can present something, which is as a saint. So a lot of people when they see this, they think the Virgin Mary, but it wasn't specifically supposed to be that. It was just supposed to be a saintly depiction, because you see saints represented, you know, the Buddha, some other deities in Hindu culture, presented with the little sun disk behind them, which is basically like a halo, or some people can say it's like an aura or an essence. But yeah, I just wanted to present this hairstyle in that way. I wanted to depict it in its highest form, its final form, you know.
Shit. Final form. Stay tuned. We're going to get back to you here shortly. This is Scope Art 2018. Y'all here with Shani Crowe, DJ Scientific, in front of the Good Details Gallery. And that's right.